amazing, right? Thank you, Nadesh. God bless you. A hand to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He's worthy. Please take your seats. Thank you. Wow. I am so overwhelmed having you all here. It's such a blessing. It's such a blessing to have you all here. And I just pray that you will be blessed during your time here. I wanted to share a few words with you at this time, just about what God has laid on my heart, and I won't belabor the point too much because it started actually 2 years ago when I had been thinking about just the gap that was in my life. I really felt that I needed to be able to talk about the things that were happening in my life, happening in my heart, in a place that was free of judgment. And what tends to happen in any circle that you'll find yourself in when you've been through things in life. Anybody in here who's been through things? Huh? Yeah. Anyone who's been through things, I think we just need to loosen up. Maybe it's just me, but anyone who's been through things, I felt I really needed to be able to talk about them in a place where I was free of judgment and I could just open up. Because you know, when you're going through stuff and when you're going through the hard things, that's when you need to talk about it. But often it's the time when you feel you cannot talk about it because there's judgment in any circle that you will find. And I have been guilty of judgment myself, judging others, maybe for the things they've been through. But you know, when I went through some things, then I was able to realize that we need to be able to talk about what we're going through and vocalize it. And we also need a support system so that when we are around each other like we are today, we're able to hear stories and testimonies of women that have gone through things and how they encountered them, how they overcame them, and it strengthens us. Not all of us are built to be able to talk openly about the things that we are struggling with, but that's why there's testimonies. Because when you hear someone else's testimony, you think, well, if they overcame it, then I can do it too. Am I right? I'm going to share a few words from you, and I wrote them down because I talk a lot. Those that know me well, that you have to drag me off here shortly. So I wrote it down so I could keep time, but also make sure that I get the important points down. So I wanted to share with you that I have a friend, and my friend has a granddaughter. My friend's granddaughter is 5 years old now. She's almost 6. And she has the most carefree and fun-loving personality. I observe her when my friend brings her to church, and her granddaughter talks freely and confidently with everyone. And you know, I thought to myself when I saw that that's how God created us to be. He created us to be carefree, fun-loving, purpose-driven, confident, destiny-filled, beautiful, and precious. But life and all its challenges and stresses and disappointments, all these things that have brought us shame and embarrassment, they have a way of dulling our shine and stealing our joy and our fervor for life. Am I right about it? They have a way of destroying our dreams and killing our confidence. And you know what? There came a point in my life when I was so grieved at the thought that how much had been stolen from me because I was ashamed of the things I had gone through. I became really grieved at the thought of how I was robbed of my awesomeness and my potential. And I was equally grieved at the brokenheartedness I saw in my fellow women. It's caused by maybe their own mistakes or wrongdoing that has been done to them by others. And I said, you know what? No more. No more. Amen. We're going to restore awesome. Amen. We're going to restore awesome. So the 3 pillars of the Destiny Sisterhood are no judgment, no comparisons, and no competition. So say that with me: no judgment, no comparisons, and no competition. You know what? No matter what you've been through in life, no judgment. And no matter what your gifts and talents are, you are incomparable to anybody else. No comparisons. And a beautiful flower doesn't think about competing with the flower next to it. It just blooms. No competition. You see, competition and comparisons have killed a great many dreams and opportunities in my life. And I take a guess that there are a few of us here who could say the same.
Yes.
Right? I'm sure there are a few of us that would say that judgment from others, other women, are we real about it? I said we're going to be real today. Judgment from other women and other people have brought us shame and isolated us and limited our potential. So my sisters and mothers, I say to you, you are created beautiful. And I celebrate you because you are you and you are enough. Not for your outward beauty, although that is breathtaking, and you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Not for your achievements, your hard work, your striving, your long suffering, though they are admirable and noteworthy. Even without these, I celebrate you. I celebrate you because you are you. You are unique. You are powerful. You are filled with potential. You are charged with destiny.
Amen.
And you are overflowing with grace.
Amen.
You are created beautiful, and nothing will ever change that.
Amen.
Because you are enough. You are enough. Where are my tissues at, though? You are enough.
Amen.
Really on my heart, I would go to worship seminars and I would be standing on the worship podium and there would be young girls that would be coming to the front for prayer. And I would look into their eyes and I would see such brokenness. I'd be so grieved because I knew, thank you. This is what sisterhood is all about. She's got my back. Thank you very much. I would look into their eyes and I would see brokenness. I would see that they had been robbed of something, whether because something that they had gone through in their life, something that they had done, something that had been done to them, and they were standing there without being able to bring out their potential. There are singers in this room. There are authors in this room. There are world changers in this room. And it has been robbed from us because of the things that we have gone through. So I felt it was important for us to come together and talk because I know that you are enough. In fact, you are more than enough. And there are going to be things that are going to come out of you. My prayer, and I know that God will answer this prayer, is that you will leave this room with a sense of who you are. I always say that if you don't know who you are, it's easy for you to be told by someone else who you are. And you know something? They're not always right. And if you don't know who you are, you will not know what you deserve. And we are royalty. We are royalty. I am royalty. And royalty deserves the very best. They sit in high places. And that's you and me. I told you I talk too much. I want to be myself today. So at this time, what I wanted us to do, because there's an activity we're going to do later on today that really blesses me. I love to do it because we need to be able to train ourselves to be encouragers. Life gets very busy and there's a lot of things that we are doing. And it's often very easy for us to forget that somebody, you know, that you just give up because you haven't had the encouragement. Sometimes we need encouragement. So I don't know whether you're sitting next to somebody who you know or someone who you're familiar with, but what I want to encourage you to do at this point is we're going to stand up and we're going to introduce ourselves to a lady. It might be somebody that you're comfortable with, because I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable today. But I want you to challenge yourself to try and find someone that you don't know. And I want you to just introduce yourself and just say a few things. We're going to just take a few minutes to do that before we have the wonderful food that's been set out before us there. And as you introduce yourself to this person, I want you to listen with your spirit. Can you do that? Yes. Listen with your spirit, because we are all capable of being encouragers in this room. Sometimes we think to ourselves, well, you know, I don't really talk a lot. That's fine. Maybe all you can say is, you know what, you are beautiful, or I love your hair, I love your outfit. Some people are wearing, like, they're color coordinated with the theme, and I'm like, y'all are awesome. This is good. You know, train yourself to be an encourager, because when you can celebrate the blessings of others, then you qualify for your own. If you cannot celebrate the blessings of others, you don't qualify for your own. I'm sorry, I'm just going to be honest with you. Are we still friends?
Yes,
I know. So let's just stand up on our feet at this moment and just begin to introduce yourself to one person. One person. Just find somebody. One person.